For everyone in the world, in the last couple of generations, Amsterdam meant freedom, underground, music, arts, but nowadays looks very different from this description, I think. And how the golden age was like.
A lot of freedom, less people, less tourists, less commercialism, and a lot of subsidies from the government, and everybody was thinking about action and not about money. In the 60s and the 70s, Amsterdam was called the magic center. It's not really that magic center anymore, and it's still interesting, but it is commercialized, and a complaint that you have heard many times before. A lot of the good things that were not so commercial have disappeared, and commercial stuff, food stuff, etc. Came in place. Also the things like the Paradiso and the Melkweg that were subsidized and were really free lost their money and had to go commercial, and that has all kinds of repercussions. So for people who are new to Amsterdam, Amsterdam is still a very interesting city. But if you have experienced the heyday, the beautiful day of the 70s and the 80s and part of the 90s, Amsterdam can be in that part a bit of a sad experience for the older guy who is used to so much beauty.
You have been a photographer since the late 80s?
I started in 1989, and
Yes.
I've been active until 2005, and now every now and then I still do it.
And in your opinion, how has the profession photographer changed since these years, the late 80s?
The first thing that changed was that all professional photographers could do only 2 songs in the beginning, and then they had to move.
Mm-hmm.
So once the concert is at its high point and they're the most interesting moments, you cannot photograph them anymore. So everything has become controlled. So for me that was, and for a lot of other professional photographers complained about that. So it's all less interesting and more commercial, because the images are so important, as you know. So the managers want to control those images. Now my focus is on printing and presenting all my old black and white films that I made in those days. I did a lot of work, and I said, well, now I have to get the stuff, and later on I can work on it. And that is what now is, because I have my own darkroom, printing my own stuff. And that is now more important for me than making new work.
That sweetly obliged